is a woman. What does she dream of? When does she feel proud? How many times will she leave her mark? How many ways will she light up the world?
She's got this wonderful, infectious laugh that carries quite far. And sometimes it'll be surprising because you'll be in the middle of something and she'll go, ha! And there's a joy and a mirth that I think sometimes the public doesn't always see.
I just remember her holding my hand a lot. I remember that a lot. And like I felt like she tried to soothe me.
It wasn't about pictures or a big production. She just kind of showed up and she had a very simple message: thank you, and I'll do whatever I can for you. And she would make good on that promise.
I love to watch her with people, and I can see the effect of her kindness and that it's real.
Hillary Rodham grew up in Park Ridge, Illinois. Her father was a Navy man.
My father was a chief petty officer at home as well as in the Navy. And he really had the attitude that, you know, don't whine, don't complain, do what you're supposed to do. Do it to the best of your ability.
Her mother, Dorothy, was terribly neglected. She was on her own, working as a housekeeper by the time she was 13. She once said that job was the first time she saw what a loving family looked like.
She told me one time her young parent left her overnight by herself. She was like 4 years old, 3 or 4 years old. And they gave her a set of coupons so she could go to the corner cafe and get food. And I mean, just the image of this little girl all by herself, walking down the stairs of the walk-up tenement, out the door alone, to the corner, to the cafe, and getting food with coupons just haunts me.
Here is a woman making her first marks on the world. She is, we all know, bright and promising, an achiever. And yet, extraordinarily, what is most striking about the young woman is her heart.
Her commitment to making people's lives better, her abiding belief that the same opportunities that Chelsea has had should be extended to every child. That comes through in everything that she does.
She could have joined a big law firm, been a corporate bigwig. Instead, she chose the Children's Defense Fund. There, she went door to door, gathering stories to help children with disabilities who were denied schooling. She challenged a system that kept teen boys in the same jails as grown men. She went undercover as a housewife to prove that Alabama was defying the law to keep its schools all white. She was successful at all three.
I remember watching her in class, and I just thought she was fascinating. And I followed her out of the class, and I got as close as I am to you, and I lost my guts and didn't speak to her.
I said to the person I was with, who is that? And she said, well, that's Bill Clinton. He's from Arkansas. That's all he ever talks about. And literally at that moment, I heard him say, and not only that, we grow the biggest watermelons in the world. So that's all I knew about him.
Here is a woman entering life as the wife of a politician. She is, to say the least, an untraditional first lady. In Arkansas, she boldly reforms the state's educational system. And in the White House, she eagerly takes on national health care. For old school Washington, health care reform is not welcome.
My mother wanted me to be resilient, and she wanted me to be brave. I was like 4. And there were lots of kids in the neighborhood, and I would come out and I would